flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Wait, need a light here to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. Your friend's smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep up turning, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe, must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find you. Say I got sex appeal, I think it's cause I wear a flat gun. I'm ready to race, no, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Play action. Now it's Locke. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He'll call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end Fant. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a game.
Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And Robinson with a big catch. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Robinson.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Chicago.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he completes it to Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On play action, they'll throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Locke now on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Locke throwing complete here to Judy. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. the 20, 10, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Austin.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Clock now on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Bears 14, Broncos 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 31, Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A gain of 15.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears.
Austin Seibert.
Allen Robinson. His second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front.
Is good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
On first down, Locke forced out to his left. And incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Running from the gun with Henry. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. This is the tight end fan. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big...
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Yards to go.
He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
53, check 53.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is caught by Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Chicago.
This one out quickly to Watkins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Bears.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He was brought down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
32-yard line.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bears first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You can't rock me. You can't rock me. You can't rock me. Undercut.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Second down. At the 34-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears will extend their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Broncos 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're halftime deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
22.
Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Operating from the gun. Locke Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Cohen. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got this down to the 35. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Chicago.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my
and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. Bears will add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Block and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Lock. Incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
42-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lock. And right side, Henry's got it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Being chased out left. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
At the 15-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Second and 3.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And just shutting him off there. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As the Bears push further out in front.
The kick is good.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Lock on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the move to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, here's Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Lock working out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try to counter here, Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Tonight's final score, Bears 42.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for